Alright guys, well here she is, the $1,500 big block Suburban. As you can see, she's a runner and pretty clean. I hosed down some stuff under here, no noises, good oil pressure, and four-wheel drive seems to work, but obviously the body's a little worse for wear, and then you can see just how much moisture is inside this thing. I mean, even you can see all the water that's just sat in here. All the carpets are pretty hammered. She's got 40 pounds of oil pressure, having a hard time getting warm. I think it might just be a bad sensor. The shift sector doesn't work, so it doesn't know when it's in neutral, so 4 low doesn't work yet. Driver seat hammered, seat belts hammered, radio's gone. There's 2 radios over there, both of them are busted. You know, driver's door handle's broken, grill's missing, speaker's gone, regulator doesn't work. This one, I think all the other ones work, but you can tell there's just so much mold. I cleaned out probably 4 bags of trash out of here. Seats are hammered. You know, paint obviously is worse for wear. You know, the roof's all covered in crap. And someone at some point got into the back door and actually sawzalled the latch, and it's been hit in the back, so the bumper is pushed up. There's no hitch is missing, but luckily it didn't actually hit the body on either side when they messed the bumper up. But I can't get this door open because the bumper is in the way. So both of these doors are hammered. You can tell this one's been pretty messed up. They put a black handle and painted it on this one. The rest of them have factory painted handles. Continuing with the mold, and I mean, some of this stuff you can see where there was vines growing along on the paint. But trying to think what else here. Roof rack's all oxidized. I thought originally this might be a Z71 package because it has the painted bumpers, but it doesn't have the painted top cap, so it's just got white 2500 bumpers, and then somebody painted over the door bumper guards. But this sucks. Somebody looks like they got in here and started prying stuff. So these 2 doors are hammered. I can't tell if these are original painted or aftermarket painted. They look like they're original, they're just very worn. So we'll see. Obviously we can, you know, as a runner driver, trans works great. I haven't driven it very far. It's got a decent amount of surface rust under here, but we'll get it up on the lift. Still got the rear tank, no spare, and you know, it looks like there was some plates welded in here. So you know, maybe they oh yeah, you can see it's been pushed up right here. So at some point it got hit relatively hard. So what we're probably going to end up doing, since the 2 doors on the passenger side are hammered, the back doors are hammered, and pretty much the entire interior is toast, what I'll probably end up doing is parting out some of this stuff, door panels, little pieces here and there. I mean, you can even see somebody painted the dash. I don't know why people do this, like, you know, overspray on the top. Like, come on guys, get real. And what I'll probably end up doing is I have another 1500 Z71 1500 Suburban out back that we bought with the bad trans. It still runs great, but the trans is toast, but the body and the interior is in decent shape, and it's an 04. So it's got all the newer insides, steering wheel controls, all that. So we'll probably end up body swapping it, scrapping this body, and yeah, making it a runner driver. So we'll get the body off this one at some point, see what kind of shenanigans are going on in the back as far as the frame, get everything fixed up, and yeah, and I don't know, we'll see what you can see my collection. Got a Silverado, Tahoe, Yukon, the old supercharged Suburban, and then I've got my other Z71 daily, and then I've got another 2 Tahoes. That one's a scrap only title. That one's going to get junked. This one's going to get flipped. And then if you guys remember that Escalade body that I had, this is the chassis for it. So I got to look and see if any of this is usable on that 2500 frame, at least from kind of the center support back. So we'll see if any of that will transfer over. If not, we'll just fab something up and remount the bumper and call it good. So I think if anybody, and we got a Prius, of course, if anybody needs white, I guess it would only be driver's side body parts, you know, let me know. And yeah, we might actually, depending on how bad the carpets and everything else are, and I know on the other one out back that I think one of the corners on the quarter panel is smashed. So depending on how the paint on this looks, we might just swap the rear doors, swap the passenger doors, gut the interior, swap the interior, and go from there. But yeah, you know, 1,500 bucks. Everybody goes, oh, it's such a great deal, such a great deal. Yeah, it's a great deal, but you're not exactly going to get in it and drive it on a road trip. I mean, honestly, I don't even know if the trans shifts. You know, I drove it onto the trailer and off the trailer. So here's a $1,500 gamble into something that could lead into something fun. Put a blower on this thing and maybe some different wheels, you know, fix up the brakes. The brakes are all rusty. It's been sitting forever. And yeah, so I'm going to get back to pressure washing and trying to get this thing not quite so gross. I'll talk to you guys later.